Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of Pan the Organizer. Today I'm introducing the brand new Clean by Pan the Organizer 15mm polisher, a dual action polisher. You're going to see all the features. We're going to talk about the ergonomics, the internals, all the performance, just how much value as well you're getting for your money, because this is a very entry-level priced product that performs super well. We're going to talk about the maintenance as well, and of course how you can integrate this in the paint correction system from Clean by Pan the Organizer, including of course the popular Clean by Pan the Organizer spray polish, and also the Clean by Pan the Organizer polishing pad. So from a cutting to a foam polishing to a jeweling pad, everything is in there now. And so this tool, yeah, there's a lot to say. So first of all, I'm going to leave the links to all this stuff in the description under the video for you guys to check them out. So all you have to do is sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. How did this polisher come across, right? How did this ever end up in the Clean by Pan the Organizer lineup? Well, first of all, let me give credit where credit is due. So this was a partnership with Eddie Cologne and of course Jamie the Cleaner, the owners of the House of Rags, and also Ivan LaCroix. So my friend Ivan, he's been in the detailing industry for decades now, and he's been a consultant with many brands, including designing or helping to design a lot of machine polishers. So he's been doing paint correction for a long while, and he came out with his own line of polishers. And then when Eddie was looking for an affordable one, they came out with a design. So the Clean by Pan the Organizer is just a different colorway, but note that this is the same machine as the Detail Co. 15mm polisher. So the features are the same, the quality is the same, the price is going to be the same as well. And as you're going to notice, this is very affordable. So entry-level price, but you're getting very good performance. Now, is this going to replace $700 to $800 or $1,000 plus top of the range machine polishers? No, that is not the case. The goal of this was to make something affordable, whether you're a DIYer, an enthusiast, or a professional, and you want to jump into the paint correction world, but don't have $700, $800, $900 or more to spend on a polisher, but you still want very good performance and still get some of the features of the higher end ones. This is where this comes in. So that's the value proposition. Again, this is a 15mm throw, so dual action polisher. If we look at the ergonomics here, we have rubberized grip in the front, so very good ergonomics. We have a rubberized kind of bump here, so when you're laying it flat on a table, it's not going to damage anything. Also, you have a rubberized grip here in the back. You have the speed dial here that you can select for the different operating speeds up to speed number 6. Of course, you have your trigger, which feels very nice clicking action. You have the trigger lock button and, well, a bunch of engineering stuff. First of all, in here, it's an 1100 watt motor, so more than enough power for all your paint correction needs. Inside, double the amount of grease. We know that with some traditional entry-level polishers, sometimes the amount of grease is inappropriate. So here we asked the factory, because we work direct with factory. That's why we can afford those very low prices. There's no middleman. So double the amount of grease. Also, NSK bearings, much higher end compared to traditional Chinese manufactured bearings. So the NSK are much higher quality. If we look at the backing plate, this is a 5-inch backing plate. So there's some perforations here that help with airflow, but even on the backing plate, you see all the holes here that are on the side. So this helps to evacuate the air. And so the perforations go in the back of the backing plate as well. So all this to help pull and expel some air to keep that motor cool. And yeah, just all those features that work very well. Now in the box itself, we kept it very simple. So this, by the way, let me show you the packaging so you guys can see it. This is the Clean by Pan the Organizer 15mm polisher. Once again, dual action. And in the box, you get an Allen key. So for the simple maintenance of your polisher, and by the way, we did a deep dive on how to easily maintain your polishers, changing the grease, changing the brushes if you need that as well. Very simple. So I'll link that video in the description if you're interested, but it's quite simple. So this Allen key allows you to remove the backing plate right here and to access the internals if you ever need to switch up the grease, which you won't have to do for a while, but still it's good practice. Every year or two, or perhaps more or if you use it heavily, if you're a professional, it's good to change up the grease every now and then. Use some appropriate grease that's with it. I'll leave the good quality greases in the video description, or also in the video where we showed the maintenance. You can do that as well. And also in the box, you get an extra set. So let me show this here so you can zoom in. So 2 extra brushes if you ever need those. So they come included. And how do you access them? Pretty simple. So on the side here, you get this access port with just 2 simple screws, one here and another one there. So you pop those screws, well, you unscrew those screws, you pop the cap off, and inside there, you're gonna see the access to the brushes. So it is very, very simple. We kept simplicity in mind, of course, with these polishers, and you get the Clean by Pan, the organizer colorway with this one. For the cord itself, you're going to notice that in the bottom here, one cool part, again, if the camera can focus, this here swivels, so it's not gonna get easily tangled. So I really, really like that compared to a fixed mechanism. The cord is very, very long. It's 29 feet, very high quality, rubberized power cord as well. So yeah, no issues with power delivery. It comes with this kind of Velcro strapping, so you can keep your cord neatly organized when you're done using your machine polisher. So you see that here. And that's it. That's how simple it is. So 1100 watts, of course, if you can zoom in there. So there you go. Just built like a tank. It is a quite heavy unit because it's built solidly. It's built to be durable, of course. And again, easily accessible for all your maintenance needs. So yeah, you are really going to like this. So I first tried the Detail Co version, which again is identical to this one, when I was over at Eddie's home in early September in Pocatello, Idaho, when we were filming stuff for the Detail, the Clean by Pan, the organizer line, and also Detail Co product launches when we launched later on in September. And so they had their polisher there, and I was able to have first hands before the public release. And I immediately knew, like, especially when I heard the price, I'm like, okay, this is what we finally needed. Something that's not $500, $600, $700, $900 that anybody can purchase, anybody can use, anybody can have fun, and you're still getting some top performing stuff, right? So the balance is very good. The ergonomics is amazing. You get all the features from the rubber kind of grip here in the front, this rubber backing or protector when you lay it down flat. You're going to get the speed dial, the positive kind of trigger mechanism for the speed, for the trigger. I love that. You get your trigger lock right here. You get the perforations for the engineering, so you get proper airflow through the head, through the motor, and all that kind of stuff. You get that 5-inch with the hook and loop kind of system. So we have double the grease once again. You have NSK bearings, 1100 watt motor, more than you'll ever need. And again, for that price, it is very, very hard to go wrong with this. You get a super long power cord, because that's another thing. Some people like to have this super long cords, so you don't necessarily need to have a power extension cord with this. You could go around the vehicle with no problems. And just, yeah, and it looks pretty. Let me know, guys, because this fits the Clean by Pan, the organizer colorway, for a bunch of other tools, products, and equipment that we're going to have in the future. So let me give you a few close-up shots here again. So this is the front, this is the side here, so you can see where your hand goes, that perfectly nice grip. I really like that. Of course, here with the trigger, again, that nice trigger action, that trigger lock right there. And just the ease of access for maintenance, right? So this little port here for the brushes, if you need to change those or swap those. This Allen key here to access the internals for the grease and all that kind of stuff. And just quality power cord, that swivel, all the features you might need at an insane price. Now, of course, you're going to see many demos for this in the future. We're going to be using this in many, many videos to come. If you'd like to see anything in particular, let me know so we can go ahead and fill that for you. And I remind you, so the paint correction system not only starts with a good polisher, especially at a good price, but you need proper compounding polishes and also proper pads. So in the Clean by Pan, the organizer lineup, and you can check a bunch of independent reviews, a very popular one is this Clean by Pan spray polish. So it comes in this spray form with a Torkoal sprayer, and this acts as a compound. So if you pair it with a cutting pad, or it acts as a polish if you pair it with a polishing pad. So you're using much less of this compared to traditional liquid form where you add a few pea-sized drops to your pad, because 1 or 2 sprays of this on the pad pad, and that's all you need. So you're using very little, but the abrasive package that's in there, that technology is made to quickly cut and finish down really well. So 2 passes is generally all you'll need. Of course, do test spots on your panel to see just how much correction and adjust your speed accordingly, but generally 1 up and down for the cutting, 1 left and right for the finishing, and then you move on to the next step if needed. It just works wonders. And of course, if you pair this, we did a collaboration with Buff and Shine, one of the best pad makers in the world. So they do their pads in the USA, by the way, and the same thing for the spray polish, made in the USA, like the majority of the chemicals of the Pan, the Organizer, or Clean by Pan, the Organizer lineup. So what do we have for pads? First of all, we have this one here. This is the wool cutting pad. So this dissipates more heat compared to traditional microfiber. So that was the intent, because heat is the enemy when you're doing correction. So all these pads, by the way, are made specifically for the Clean by Pan lineup. You have the Clean by Pan, the Organizer backing plate in the back. So fantastic for cutting with this one or your compound stage. Then we have the blue foam polishing pad. So fantastic for the polishing step, or if you want to do just a 1-step paint correction. So you pair that with a spray polish and you're rolling. Of course, once again here, the Clean by Pan, the Organizer backing plate. So you have this kind of beveled edge here, just contours very well. So that's made for polishing. And if you ever need jeweling, so that last step to have even more gloss and to remove any light holograms that might have been left from your previous steps, if any, is this one here. This is the white foam waffle jeweling pad. So fantastic. This is the softest pad possible. Again, custom for the Clean by Pan, the Organizer lineup. You have the Clean by Pan, the Organizer logo or backing plate, hook and loop system. So all these pads, by the way, you can use with a dual action, forced rotation, or rotary. It doesn't matter. They're compatible with all of that, and you're going to love this system. So that's it. Instead of worrying to have 20 different pads, 15 compounds, 17 different polishes, you have 3 pads. So that will do the majority of your needs, right? This will get you pretty much the perfect results all the time. Yes, there always will be those scenarios of 5% of the time or 1% of the time where you might need a pad that cuts a little more or a compound that cuts a little more. But for the majority of people and the majority of the scenarios, this is likely all you'll need for a long while. So it removes all the guesswork. So you basically have the cutting, the polishing, and if needed, that jeweling, and only 1 liquid to use, the Clean by Pan spray polish. And of course, now there's no more excuses, because you don't have to spend a fortune on a machine polisher. You get the Clean by Pan, the Organizer 15mm dual action polisher, and you are good to go. So I hope you enjoyed this. We have a bunch of videos on the channel, a bunch more to come. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any future videos. And also I'll leave the links to all this stuff in the description under the video for you guys to check them out. So in the meantime, don't forget, keep it tight, keep it clean, and I'll see you all on the next one.